Hi there, my name's Sam and welcome to Sam's Russian Adventures. Now today's video is going to be a little bit different, a bit of a somber video, a bit of a strange one because I'm feeling, well, quite depressed actually. I'm just going to take a little walk around my neighbourhood and have a chat to you really. Never really looked at this house. It's very interesting, isn't it? Look at these gates, wow. I love these trees. Whenever I'm driving past, winter or summer, always green. Oh, you're such a beautiful little cat, aren't you? This is spring in Russia. In spring there's nowhere for the water to go, and so roads like this just become like little rivers. I want to begin by thanking you guys, my subscribers, the people that watch my content, because you're really helping me out, especially this month. I really appreciate all your comments, all your likes, all your views, because without you, well, I wouldn't be here, would I? This house is almost kind of like German looking, isn't it? So difficult to walk and film at the same time because I'm kind of like falling over at every step. Navigating these areas of water, reservoirs that have appeared. So if you're a YouTube content creator, you'll know this, and if you're not a content creator, then I'll explain it to you. Each time you upload a new video, YouTube gives your video a rating comparing it to the previous 10 uploads. So if it's 1 out of 10, it's performing better than your 10 previous uploads. If it's 10 out of 10, it's performing the worst out of your previous 10 uploads. All these different styles. This is probably around 2000 it was built. This perhaps somewhere around that same time, maybe a bit earlier. And then this one, a modern version, probably built in the last year or so. So this month, every video that I've uploaded has been performing the worst compared to the previous 10 videos it's up against. So every single video that I've uploaded has been a 10 out of 10. Love this big window here and the swings. As I was filming the big window then, I just noticed there's like a little toddler playing in the window, and I was like, oh man, that just looks really weird, doesn't it? I'm kind of like standing outside the house with a video camera recording the house, and through the window there's a toddler. This road here, in summer everyone goes down it, but in winter, too much snow, not being cleared, and just like a footpath now. This month I've gone out my way to create amazing content, as much content as possible. I've been getting incredible reactions from you guys, so many amazing comments, sometimes up to like 500 comments a video from you guys telling me that you enjoy my content, that you like the interactions, you've been giving me likes, and I've got a few subscribes. The Russian 4x4, the Lada Niva. This thing can go anywhere, easy to fix. So many trees and so peaceful here. These two houses here have had like a facelift. This one built in the late 90s, early 2000s, but it's had a facelift and it looks, well, it still looks like a crazy 90s style castle, doesn't it? But it doesn't look that ugly and vulgar anymore as it did at one point. You can see the kids have been making the snowmen here. They're slowly dying as spring is coming. It's actually pretty epic, that house, to be fair. But most of my views now do not come from YouTube. YouTube has not been showing my content to new people. If you're lucky, if you're one of the people that have found my channel through YouTube itself, then that is incredible and I'm really pleased. But the majority of my views have come because people who have watched my channel, people like you who are watching now, have shared my content. That's where I'm getting my views from now. The land of contrasts as Russia is continues. Imagine this next door to this. I've made a couple of really big errors. Really big errors that might have just cost me my channel. This is just concrete here, but it looks, I don't know, it's just strange, doesn't it? I was openly critical about how YouTube promotes content which is lies about Russia, and I didn't think about how that would negatively impact my channel. I was naive because in the back of your mind you still hope and want to hope that YouTube won't punish people for talking openly about the hypocrisy and about the way that YouTube promotes content which is anti-Russia. I've been corrected, and this isn't a birdhouse, this is a bird feeder, okay? This is a way of feeding birds in winter so that they can come, get some food, and then fly around so that the locals can see the birds. As we walk towards the end of this road, this is what's known as Sadovy Uchastok, which is like garden plot, like maybe allotment. And some people probably live here all year round, but most people, they come here just in, well, spring to start clearing the ground, and then in summer to plant crops and grow some vegetables. I wonder if this is going to be a second apartment or just a really amazing fire escape. Do they know something that we don't know? Is this building about to burn down and they've created the best looking fire escape ever? I love the brick on here. This reminds me very much of England. Very much of England, the style of brick. So ever since I highlighted the fact that YouTube loves to promote content which is negative towards Russia, and very specific about how the way I highlighted it, since then my views have just tumbled. This type of van in Russian literally translates to house on wheels. The window frames here are incredibly beautiful. Now my house is just down there, so let's go down this road, and I've never walked down here before. Let's have a look. Somebody here has created what in Russia is called a winter garden. Somewhere you can sit. It's just basically a greenhouse, but in winter you can sit there, maybe have a barbecue, and in summer also. So the video I uploaded yesterday, which was a video that I really enjoyed making. You know, lately I've been putting my back into creating these videos. I've been going out on a daily basis, I've been walking around, I've been speaking to locals, asking them questions. I've really been enjoying creating the content. I've tried to show different aspects of life in Russia. I come home, I edit all the content, I translate all the content, and then I upload it and don't get views. Check out this house here. I guess this is maybe somewhere they keep their chickens or something. This greenhouse here is tiny. I mean, green as in the colour green. This must be here from originally when, well, pre-revolution I guess, because there's a well here. This building here is probably a Russian banya. You can see the pipe for the fireplace and a little window to, well, allow some of the hot air to go out and to create some vlažnost, which is, I'm going to tell you now, it means, forget words all the time. What is the word I'm looking for? Vlažnost, not like condensation, but something else. This greenhouse looks to have been built by just random pieces of glass and fiberglass. So my latest video has the lowest view count for about 2 or 3 months, which is strange, right? Because the video is pretty interesting. Speak to some local people, walk around, see how people live. I do one thing that virtually no other blogger does, especially foreign bloggers, which is going around actually communicating with local people and asking them questions. Yeah, you get those channels that focus on the negative, which are all about the Ukraine conflict and talking about Putin and all that stuff, but as a genuine person that goes around, walking around Russia, speaking to people, speaking to the locals, just filming daily life, I'm pretty much the only person that actually does that. These dogs are really not liking me today, are they? Next door to here we have a hotel. Yes, you can actually come and stay on the road that's parallel to mine, the Hotel Simyazina, and it almost looks like those kind of like American cowboy houses, doesn't it, with the big front wall look. Opposite the hotel we've got a typical old Russian style house, and wow, we've got a second hotel next door to the first hotel. Wow, blimey, people are choosing to stay in this area. I don't know why. It's nowhere near the centre, it's on the dual carriageway, but anyway, it must be working, otherwise they wouldn't have made the business, I guess. Here, look at this contrast. We've got the old green Russian house style and then the big brand new build behind that. So anyway, I think I've gone a little bit off track by filming the houses and filming me walking around. What I really wanted to say is, I think I've been really naive and I've probably ruined my YouTube channel. There are some things you are not allowed to talk about on YouTube. You can think them, but you shouldn't say them. And I've been openly critical of YouTube themselves, openly critical of Russians who create content to just get views of Westerners, because there's a misunderstanding in Russia. People think that Russian YouTubers can't get paid. They do get paid, right? You do get paid for creating content about Russia, and for living in Russia you can still get paid by YouTube. What you don't get is you don't get any ad revenue if a Russian viewer watches the content, because there are no Google ads in front or in the middle of videos which are watched inside Russia. So the only way for Russian YouTubers to make money from YouTube is for foreigners to watch the content. And I've been openly critical about the way that YouTube basically forces people to create a certain type of content. And what I've meant by that is that Russian YouTubers will start creating content about Russia, how much they love Russia, about their hometown, stuff like that. They won't get views, right? They won't pick up many views, not many people will watch it, and then they'll start creating negative content about their town, about how they live, about the political situation, stuff like that, and suddenly they get loads of views. And they'll think, well, hang on a second, this is mad, because I really just want to blog about my country, right? I want to blog about the things I love, but I don't get views for that stuff. But I can get views by being negative. So they'll go back to creating content about their town and stuff like that, and they won't get views. They'll create another negative video and they'll get views. And what YouTube is basically showing, and just honestly showing them, create negative content, you'll get views, you'll get paid. Create positive content, you won't. And I've been openly critical about this, and I've been naive, haven't I? I've been naive. Now it's too late. It doesn't really matter what I say now, because my views are down. The only real way I get views is by people sharing my content. And a lot of Russians share my content, so I get a lot of Russian views, but I don't get many new subscribers now. I've had one video which has got over 300,000 views, and the reason I've got 300,000 views is because Russians have really enjoyed the video that I've created, and they've shared it on forums, shared it on blogs. I've been sent so many messages from people that have found the video in all sorts of places all over the internet, and that's how they found the content, not because they've been shown the content by YouTube itself. So it's very deceptive. It looks as though I'm getting loads of views from YouTube, but I'm not. The views I'm getting from other places, because people have shared my content. That's why I want to thank you guys for sharing my content. Here we go, we've got a sign here. It says, we're in need of a gardener and someone to look after the area around the hotel. Come to the hotel or call this number, and then the hotel's just up here, look. Something that maybe you guys are not aware of is a lot of us foreign YouTubers, right? Or foreigners, people that are creating content in Russia, but we're not originally from Russia. We communicate, we chat, we talk all the time. And I'm chat to a couple of people an awful lot. And they say to me, right, well, call it this and put this type of thumbnail, you'll see the views will skyrocket. And I do that, and it doesn't. And they're like, yeah, I don't understand, Sam, YouTube just really hates you, doesn't it? Because I can actually create a piece of content which is on the exact same topic as another YouTuber. We'll both upload at similar times. I'll get no views, they'll get loads. So really, the only way I'm getting these views now is by people sharing it. So if you do enjoy my content, you would like what you see, please consider subscribing to the channel, like the video, and share it somewhere, anywhere, Facebook, Contactee, I don't know, anywhere you want to, share it, because that's the way that I'm generating views. Right, so I've been rambling on for a while, a lot longer than I wanted to. Basically, this video is about the fact that despite me now having my highest subscriber count ever, I'm getting my lowest view counts through YouTube. And this is basically YouTube saying to me, Sam, if you create content which is positive, which shows Russia in a normal light, we are not going to show your content to new people. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm being censored. I called it in an earlier video a shadow ban, but it's just basically essentially being censored by YouTube. And a lot of people will say things like, well, you know, what do you expect? Why should YouTube show Russia normally? Well, because you guys always criticize Russia and say how bad Russia is because they don't have like fair and open journalists. They can't show whatever they want, whereas we in America, we have everything free and open, and you can publish content about whatever you want. And then when I say, well, my content's getting shadow banned, my content's being censored, you guys come out and say, well, what do you expect? Why should we show Russia properly? Well, hang on a second, is YouTube the beacon of press freedom, or is it not? I'm guessing it's not. Got another house up there which is kind of like that whole cowboy thing, isn't it, with the big wall. So is this the death of my YouTube channel? Quite possibly. One thing it's done is it's forced me into a corner. It's forced me to take sides. All I really wanted to do was show Russia as it is. But now YouTube is kind of forcing me to either say, right, go anti-YouTube, or go positive and show Russia negatively and we'll show you the content. All I wanted to do was kind of sit in the middle and just show Russia as it is. But I'm now ending up becoming one of these people that's only going to attract people that are anti-America or anti-YouTube, and that's not what I wanted at all. I just wanted to show Russia as it is. And unfortunately, because I've been naive and I've openly criticised American hypocrisy, that's it. Now I've got to choose sides, and it's not something I ever intended to do. I just wanted to create and produce honest content for you guys. I'm guessing this is one of the very first houses built on the road. Well, obviously it's number 2. So that's the rant over. I guess it was never going to be possible just to be an honest blogger and think that I could perhaps earn an income by showing Russia the way it is. I guess I was stupid and naive to think that that was a possibility, and YouTube has shown me that if I want to promote everyday life in Russia, you're not going to get views, I'm not going to make money, and that's that.